You know, an app like CapCut, you have all of those basic things like position, opacity. Don't underestimate like how much of, you know, emotions and story and cool effects you can create just with those basic technique, because you need to learn the basics before, you know, you level up. Hey, I'm Emma. I'm a freelance video editor and I love working with fashion, wellness, and beauty brands. And I also love using that mixed media style to tell my story.
Hi, I'm Justin Lamar Carter and I'm a freelance filmmaker, and I've been editing and shooting videos for the past 10 years. I've worked with many clients from Jordan Brand to Pampers to Shea Moisture and beyond. One of the big differences I noticed between editing short form content and long form content is just like the amount of footage you need.
Yeah, it's actually better to have loads of footage where then I can just use seconds from each thing and montage it up, use it as collages, because it's a different way of storytelling. It's so fast paced that I feel like that can't work in long form because it would just be way too like overstimulating for someone to watch.
I don't really do that with long form content. I'm looking for the best takes, and I'm looking with the director usually is like how to tie the story together in the way that they want it to be tied together.
With our attention spans being so short, when we go on social media, we're looking for like those quick hits. But I think it's still so special, the fact that we can turn to long form content and then just really be able to be like immersed fully in something with those beautiful long scenes and the simplicity of that. I feel like that's what makes long form just so special and unique compared to short form. So something I love to do is always have like a hook and then do a flashback, because I feel like by taking people on like a big journey like that, that's a great way of making people feel like they're caught up to date and they really are like invested in what you're saying. And it's crazy because post-production allows you to like literally manipulate and do whatever you want. So if there is ever a time in a story where you feel like having something on screen or replacing something, you can really tell the story your way. Using CapCut, you can add multiple layers. So you can have a layer for your sound effects, a layer for your music. And just by building up so many different things and also, you know, fading audio in and out, it just enhances and makes the whole video complete.
I'm glad you brought up CapCut, because I find myself using CapCut when I shoot a lot of social first videos on my iPhone. What I found is like they have a lot of masks and letterboxes and things that I can use to turn my footage from 16:9 into a square, where I can then upload it to multiple social media accounts and have a uniform look. One of my favorite films, editing-wise, is Jaws. When they're on the beach and they see the shark for the first time, and they do the parallax zoom, and it's like zooming out and getting tighter. And it just does such a good job of conveying like the tenseness of your child being in the ocean, and it's like this humongous shark trying to eat him. Like, wow, like I don't think it gets much better than that.
It sounds so boring when you want to start and you want to make all this really cool creative content, but I think you can't overlook just nailing the basics. So, you know, an app like CapCut, you have all of those basic things like position, opacity. Don't underestimate like how much of, you know, emotions and story and cool effects you can create just with those basic technique, because you need to learn the basics before, you know, you level up. I love the VHS filters. Everyone loves that kind of VHS, like retro feel. So just being able to film, and I don't need a special camera, I can just use my phone and then put the filter on. It just can give you that effect through any of your camera roll, and then just, you know, like the opportunities are endless of like different videos you can make.
Oh, I like the transitions that they have. I like to use film burns or film effects, and they have plenty of those to pull from. When I'm making short form content on my iPhone, it's perfect for it.
You can be inspired, you can go on Instagram, social media, and see all these videos, and then like you can create it yourself and do it in your own way, which I think is really special, because there's so many creators out there, and instead of trying to copy someone, you should be inspired by them and then go and see what effects you find that maybe someone else hasn't found on the app and make it your own.
Yo, Emma, it was so great meeting you and chatting with you about video editing.
Yeah, it was so great chatting with you. I love how we, in the end, found so many similarities between short form and long form content. Thank you everyone for tuning in to CapCut's Filmmaker Explainer Series. We love chatting about short form and long form video editing content, and we hope you learned something too.